Hi, I didn't see you there. Now, let's get down to business. The book I chose was How to Save Your Money When You Don't Have Any. And I chose this because I think it'd be a good thing to learn to be able to save money and budget money and try and be better with it, because I'm not the best. I don't think anyone is at this age, so I definitely need to work towards getting better at that. What this means is I'm going to be reading it and just doing my best to save it. So my goal is to save at least $300, hopefully more. I mean, we're going to see what happens because I don't really know exactly what I'll be doing yet, but just a lot of trying to not spend too much money and cutting spending in certain areas and whatever else the book tells me to do. Alright, so we're here in Walmart, me and my brother. We are going to go grocery shopping, see what we would normally get and things that we would want, and we are going to cut our spending by a lot, hopefully, and try and utilize this book to the best of my ability. Cut.
Is that a cut?
Yes, that's good. So here we are in essentials, water. Obviously we need water. Here is a bottle of Arrowhead water, more expensive, probably not very good quality, when we can get this one for a solid 20 cents cheaper. Budgeting. Now we're saving our money, and we're doing it right. Okay, so here are some things that we deemed essential that we had to buy. Cereal and milk, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Learn that from SpongeBob. Everyone should believe that. I also got eggs, because again, breakfast, and also eggs can be used at any time for awesome food. Oranges, they're a good healthy snack. They're very cheap. Have the money saved. Laundry detergent, because you don't want to be walking around with dirty clothes and smelling, so need that. This is the cheapest one, by the way. We did select it out.
And we got water because I'm really thirsty.
Cut. You're recording? Okay, so here we are, and we're stopping to show you the unessential things that we wanted, but we're not going to buy. These marshmallows, because they're delicious, not buying. Take those. Star Wars. You can argue that this is essential, and I may change my mind, but for now, unessential. We don't really need it, so we're putting this off to the side. And as my brother said earlier, he's very thirsty. He wanted a Sprite, but we're not buying the Sprite because it is unessential. And the beanbag chair, we're not buying that either. It's useless.
It's not useless.
These items, which may seem awesome at first, are actually not essential, and we're not going to buy them. And because we decided not to buy them, it saved us about $50, which is a very good cut to our budget. Okay. Alright, so here we are at the checkout stand. Here you go. Checking out all of our items. Normally, Vince, how much do we normally spend when we go grocery shopping?
About $200?
About $200. So, how much did we spend this time?
Spent about $120.
120? Okay. About 120. So that's saving us $80 in one trip. If we do that every single time we go shopping, then that's plenty of money to help us start saving and get a good fund going and starting bettering our savings. Alright, so we're here at IHOP. I got invited to come here by a couple friends to have a good time. Obviously, that's what we want to do. I want to be able to have fun while saving my money. The book is trying to teach us how to save money while still doing the things that we like. So we came to IHOP here, and we're just going to be here having fun, and I'm going to try and spend as little money as possible because I want to get the saving done, and I want to be still on track to be doing this book right, and I want to kind of build towards my savings. And in order to do that, then when I come out to have fun, I got to be aware of my spending and conscious of that, and trying to save as much as possible by spending as little as possible at the time. Alright, so we're here at IHOP. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get water because I'm not really that hungry, and that's kind of a good thing to be conscious about, is spending our money wisely when we want to, when we need to, when I don't really need to. So we're just getting water to hang out. It spends no money, which is really good. Also, to save money, I walked here because I didn't want to spend the gas money. That's another thing that I'm trying to be conscious about, helping me save. Just making sure that I'm not wasting the gas when I don't need it, because then I'm just going to have to spend that money later.
Put butter in the other one.
Very
And the label of all butter for you, okay?
Alright, so we're here at IHOP because part of the project, or the book, is about having a good time and hanging out with your friends while also saving your money. So while Paige here and my friend Jim, they're going to be ordering food, I'm just going to be here drinking water, coloring on this piece of paper like a little kid, see? And still having fun while also saving my money, which is exactly what the book wants us to do. Because it doesn't want you to be able to cut the fun out and not be able to have a good time. It still wants you to be able to go out and do your thing and enjoy life while having saving your money and not spending too much.
Do I want pancakes or waffles?
You don't want either. Reduce spending, save money.
Pancake or waffle?
Alright, so we just got done in IHOP. Normally at IHOP I would spend about $15, maybe less, maybe more. This time I spent $0, and I still got to hang out with my friends and have a good time. It was a good choice because now I have that extra $15, which doesn't seem like a lot, but here and there it all adds up and we get more and more of that. That's the whole goal of my book, is to save money and continue to build up a large amount of savings. Reading this book and doing this project has really taught me a lot about saving money. It's really shown me how to find ways to entertain myself without spending any money, just like this. Now, I don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good time, and I've learned that from this, and I can save lots of money by just cutting down on what I'm spending and focusing on how I'm using my money and trying to do things more wisely and thinking about how I'm spending it. Entertaining yourself is also an easy one. There's lots of things to do. You can just go out and have a good time at the pool, or go play pool table, or other things that don't cost a lot of money, or even no money at all. There's lots of things to do like that here in Arizona. I really think it did help a lot. I'm not sure if I would read again. It's a little bit of a slow read, budgeting, all that good stuff, but definitely worth it. Doing this project has really taught me a lot, and I want to share some of my tips with you guys, but first I'm going to change the scenery a little bit. Gotta get out of the hot tub. I know. You're all like, why is he getting out of the hot tub? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's much cooler than the hot tub. Anyway, some tips for you guys to... It's so cold. Some tips for you guys to start saving money is to make sure that when you're doing it, you're writing what you're spending down so you can exactly see what you're spending. Another tip is obviously cut out useless things. There's a lot of things that you buy, that like food, going out to eat. You don't really need that. You can just buy groceries and then you can eat that stuff. It's a lot cheaper. Sorry, it's really cold and hard to focus, but I got this. It's another tip that I have for you guys is just don't be afraid to spend money, but be cautious about it. Being cautious is much better, because if you're afraid to spend a little bit of money, then you're just not going to have any good times at all, and it's just going to suck. But you just want to spend little amounts where just cutting the budget, not getting rid of it.
Okay, so at the beginning of this project, my savings account normally fluctuated between $600 and $800. That was between paycheck to paycheck. Now towards the end, as you can see, it has now been able to stay steadily at $1,000, and hopefully will increase or keep growing as I continue to save. This is really important because it shows that the savings really did work, and it actually did help me with my. The book really did help with my savings.
Well, now my brother Vince is going to ask me some questions. I'm going to sit here and we're going to Q&A this. Ask away.
What are some of the most important things you've learned in this endeavor?
The most important things I learned is that saving your money is very important, because the longer you save, the more money you get, and the more you can spend on later for things that really actually matter.
Now, what do you think is the number one most important tip that you've learned in this?
The most important tip? I would say the most important tip is definitely making sure to keep track of where you're spending, because if you're keeping track of every single penny that you spend, then you know exactly what's being spent on useless things and what's being spent on things that you actually need. Next question.
All right. How do you feel about getting creative to get your point across?
Well, that's a very important question to me, because I feel getting creative to get the point across is the best way to do it. Because now everyone's engaged in the video, and they may actually learn something.
How cold are you right now?
I'm so cold. You have no idea.